Hi guys, welcome to my channel Code with Disha, and today it's not all about coding but more about designing. So as a web developer or a mobile app developer, we all have some kind of design in our mind before we start coding. So I think Adobe XD is a great tool for taking the design out of our mind and onto the screen which we are creating it for. So here you can see I have a travel website landing page, and in which I have a login card on the right side and an image which is transitioning after 5 seconds. So if I click on the login card, the image will stop transitioning, and this is what we are going to achieve in this video. So let's get on with the video. So when I open XD, it gives me different screen options for which I can create the layout. So I have iPhone X, iPad, web, and I can also customize the screen size. But today I'm going to make a website layout, so I'll click on web. So now I have this white screen which is called as artboard, and I will rename it to page 1. On the left side you can see that we have this shapes which we will use to create our layout, and on the right side are the properties. So I'll click on rectangle, and I'll make a rectangle of the size of the artboard. So next I'll add a background image. So here I have some images, so I'll drag one here. Next I want to reduce the opacity of this image, so here we have opacity option, and I'll reduce it to 50%. Next I want a login card on the right side, so I'll make one rectangle here. And you can see that we have this circles inside of our rectangle which we can use to round our corners. So I'll drag them inside, and you can see that our corners are rounding. Next I want to give this login card a shadow, so I'll click on shadow, and I'll write 10 here and 40 here, and I'll give my shadow color of gray. And I don't want any borders for my login card, so I'll make white. Next I'll just save it, so I'll write page 1. Next on the top right corner you can see that we have this desktop preview option which we can use to see how we are proceeding. So I'll click on it, and you can see that we have this login card, and also it has some shadow around it. Next I want to add fields for username and password, so I'll create one rectangle here. I can also create another rectangle for our password, but what I will do is I'll go to repeat grid, and now if I want the same shape to be repeated vertically, so I'll drag it vertically downwards. If I want the shape to be repeated horizontally, I can drag it horizontally like this. So I'll drag it vertically. I can also increase or reduce the gap of this like this. I think that's good. So I can also position it so that it's centered properly. Next I want a login button, so I'll create one here, and I want some rounded corners to it. That should be good. Also I'll just center it quickly, so I'll click on this arrow button on the left corner, and I can drag it here so I can see that it's centered perfectly. So now I'll just add some text as placeholders in our fields. I'll just zoom it first so that you can see properly. So I'll go to T, and I will write username. So I want to make the text size bigger, so I'll select it and then I'll write 40, enter. So now the text size is increased. Now I'll just position it to the center. Next I want to change the color of it, so I will go to fill, and I want to make it light gray so that it looks like username. So that's done. Now what I can do is I know that I want to use the same text size and color for our password placeholder, so I can save this and use it again and again. So here is the asset tab which is used for that. So here I have colors which I can save, which I know that I will have to reuse, and character styles and components. So the text will come under character style, so I'll click on the plus button, and here I will rename it to field text. Also I will add the color, and I will name it as field text color. So now I can reuse the text size and color for our password placeholder. So I'll again click on T, and I will write password. Let's just quickly position it to the center as well, and now save it. Now we can see in the preview window it is looking good. Now I will add the text for my login button. So I'll go here, I'll write log in. I don't want it to be gray, so I'll first select the text and I will make it gray, black. Now I'll just position the text. I think it can be a little bit up, so I need to position the text as well. That's good. Now I'll select this rectangle option, and I'll create a square with it and a text beside it which says remember me, and I'll just reduce this size. So I'll write 20 and I'll position it here. So now I want another text on the right corner. So I'll write new here, question mark, and I'll position it properly. Next I want forgot password text below the login button. So that's that. I'll just position it to be at the center. That's good. Let's see in our preview window. So that's good. Next I'll just give colors to our borders and text. So I'll select this and I'll go to borders here, and I'll give it a green color. So now I know that I want to use this green color for the remember me text and the login text. So what I can do is I will select it and I'll go to assets here and I'll click on colors. So now you can see that the color is selected, and I will just write green color here. We don't want it to fill it with green color. I'll just make it white again. Next I want to make this remember me text also in green. So I'll just click on it and then I'll click on green color, and now you can see that it's changed its color to green. I'll also make the login as green color. I also want to make this button border as green, so I will go here and I will go to border and I will select green color. Now I want this new here and forgot password as links, so I will make it into blue color. So I'll go to fill, I'll go to blue and make it a blue color. So now I know that I want to use the same color for forgot password, so I'll make it into an asset color and I will rename it to link color. Now I will click on forgot password and then click on link color. Now you can see that it's changed its color. Now I want the brand name on this side and some tagline. So I'll go to T and I will write here world around. I will select that and make it 100. Also I want a tagline beneath it, so and I want the tagline to be, let's say, 30. So I want the tagline as travel the world around with us. So I want it to be 30, so I'll select that and enter. So now it's 30. I think that's too small, so I'll make it 50. That's good. I'll just position it properly. That's done. Actually I want it to be in the center, so I'll do that. So now we can see in the preview window how it's looking. So I think that's good. Actually, instead of A, I will have an aeroplane icon here. So I'll remove A and I'll just paste the aeroplane icon. So I'll just move it here. And now I'll move the text besides this. So I think that looks good. I'll just have more space here. Yeah, that's good. So now what I want to do is I'll go to this layers page. So as you can see, this is our page 1. So I'll just copy it 2 more times so that I can have 2 different backgrounds. So I'll just copy this and paste it again and paste it again. So now we have 3 pages with the same background, but we want different background. So I'll click on this page. First I'll rename it to page 2. Page 2, not 12. And I'll rename this to page 3. Now I'll go to page 2, select page 2, and now I will select one of these images and drag it on here. So now you can see that the background image is changed, and we'll do the same for the third page. So I will select another image and drag it. So now you can see that our images for all the pages is different. Now what we want to do is we just need to connect these pages to one another so that they have time transition between them. And yeah, this is that will be the last part of our video. So I'll go to the prototypes tab. I'll click the prototype tab and go here. So now here what I will do is I'll just quickly reposition them vertically. Page 1, page 2 and page 3. So now you can see, I'll just zoom in. So now you can see that we have this page title over here. So you need to click on this page title, and when you click on that, you get this button, and from this button you will get a wire which you need to connect to the second page or whichever that is you want. So we for now we want the second page to be page 2. So we will connect our wire here. And here you can see on the right side we have trigger. So it's tab or drag or time, voice or keys. So we want it to be time transition, so we'll select that. Also one more thing you want to keep in mind, that if instead of clicking on the title of the page you directly click on this artboard and then you select this, then you won't get any time trigger in your trigger section. So if you want your time trigger, so you need to click on the title of the page and then go to the button. Um, so now that we have connected the first page to the second page, we want to make some changes in the properties. So the trigger is time, that's right, and the action should be transition to destination page to right, and the animation, instead of being dissolved, it should be push right. And also we need to we forgot to give delay here, so we will give 3 seconds delay. And the same thing we will do to connect from our second page to third. So remember, you need to click on the title of the page, and then with the button which you get, you need to connect it to the next page. And because we have our properties for the first one, it's saved for the second one as well. So time, trigger time, delay 3 seconds, animation push right, that's right. And so next we will connect the third page to the first page. So I'll connect it like this, and so it's all connected. Now what I want is first, let's save it and go to our preview window and see if it's transitioning. So yeah, that's transitioning perfectly. So now what I want is when the user clicks on this login card, the transitioning should stop so that the user can fill their details. So for that, I'll go back and I'll copy these pages one by one. So I'll copy page 1. Sorry, I need to go to the design tab, and here I'll copy page 1 and paste it. Copy page 2 and paste it. Let's position it downwards here, and copy third page and paste it. So now what we want is we just want to connect these pages so that if someone clicks on this login card, so I'll go to my prototypes tab. First I'll save this, and now if I click on this prototype login card, you can see there's a button which I will connect to this screen, and similarly for the other two screens. But what we want is we will see if we want to change anything in our properties. So trigger will be tapped so that if someone clicks on this, the transition will stop. And destination is page 1-1. Animation should be dissolve and not push right. That's fine. Yeah, so we'll go to the second one, and the animation should be dissolve, and the third one as well. So I think that's all done. I'll just save it, and we can see in the preview window if it's right. So you can see there's transition after every 3 seconds. And now if I click on this login card, you can see that the transition has stopped. So that's all for this video. I hope you learned something from my video today. And if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you get notified when I upload the next video. And yeah, bye for now.